Nithyanandam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Satgurum Tam Namami. I bow down to the sacred lotus feet of my Satguru, the living incarnation of Paramashiva, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyanandam, a very warm welcome to each and every one of you gathered here from around the world, waiting for the live darshan of our beloved Swamiji, the living incarnation of Paramashiva, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. And of course, we are waiting to internalize today's powerful cognitions from Sanatana Hindu Dharma directly from the source. Yesterday was a historic day in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, in Hindu history. Yes. Yesterday's Nithyananda Satsang, we heard from Swamiji the profound truth that when you offer Naivedyam to the divine with all your love, dedication and Shraddha, the divine blesses you with the reward, the prasada, which is the space of Nityatva itself, the space of Paramashiva, the space which you have taken birth for to attain, which fulfills the very purpose of your birth, which is your own enlightenment. And you achieving your enlightenment is the only agenda of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. That is why any great truth told in our great Hindu scriptures, in our Shastras, is always supported by four things. The first, what is called the Shastra Pramana, which is the truths as revealed by the source, by Paramashiva himself. The truth as found in our sacred scriptures. Yesterday's truth was when you offer with all your dedication and Shraddha and love to the divine will bless you with the state, with the space called Nityatva. And the divine will receive your offering. That is the truth as told in the Shastras. The second, which Hinduism supports the truth with, is what is called the Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana is the experience of the same truth in the lives of the great incarnations, rishis, sages, munis, the great enlightened beings, the avatars of Hinduism, in whose life that same truth has been experienced as a living incident. And they record their experiences. And that is what we read today as the Hindu Puranas, Hindu history, the great stories of Bhakta Prahalad, of the great rishis, sages. All the stories recorded in the Hindu Puranas are the real-time experiences of the incarnations and the great enlightened beings who left their mortal frame when they experimented with that particular truth told in the Shastras. So that is the Apta Pramana. The third is the Atma Pramana, which is the living experience of the current living incarnations, enlightened beings in Hindu history, in whose life the truth living incident. And when they share it with humanity at large to fulfill that becomes the Atma Pramana, which is their own experience of the same truth. And the fourth, which is when humanity receives this truth, from the great incarnations and they experiment it in their own lives, they too get the same experience. That is what is called Sakshi Pramana. Sakshi means witness. So these are the 4 pramanas in Sanatana Hindu Dharma that supports any truth. You will be able to embrace enlightenment in your life, that it is real, it exists, and if you experiment with the truths told in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, you will achieve. Or enlightenment, then all your worldly aspirations of whatever you want to become, whether it is you want to become a you want to shine in, which you feel is your life purpose, all of that will get fulfilled because you are fulfilling the real purpose of your life, which is the space of Nityatva, as mere byproducts with no fulfilled. And that is the greatness of the life prescribed by Sanatana Hindu Dharma, where you first strive to achieve the space of Nityatva, and from that your worldly desires get fulfilled effortlessly and you live like Paramashiva. So yesterday, the truth that we heard from Swamiji is, when you offer the food to the divine with all your love and dedication. Yesterday, we heard the story of Ganesha from the Nambiyandar Nambi story, where in the Shastras, it is told that when you offer food to the divine with your love and Shraddha, you will get the very Swarga, the very Nityatva space. This truth is mentioned in various scriptures in Sanatana Hindu Dharma. One of it you can find in Kalika Purana, where it says so beautifully, when you offer Naivedyam with all your Shraddha, you get Swarga itself. Naivedyena bhavet, Swargo Naivedyena amritam bhavet, it says. Now, this is the Shastra Pramana. Now, when you go next to the Apta Pramana, which is the same truth experimented in the lives of the great saints who lived and left their mortal frames, Swamiji told us yesterday the life story of Nambiyandar Nambi, a great saint, a Shaivite scholar who existed in Hindu history, in whose life, when he was a child, his father tells him to go offer food to the temple, the Ganesha deity, where his father is a temple priest, and his father is taken ill for the day, so he's requesting the son, Nambiyandar Nambi, to go offer the food. And he goes and offers the food, expecting Ganesha to physically eat it, because for him, Hinduism is real. And when Ganesha does not eat, he expresses such extreme authenticity and love and dedication, and Ganesha gives him a live darshan, and he actually eats the food that he offered. So this is the Apta Pramana, which is the same truth experienced in the life of Nambiyandar Nambi. And then Swamiji went on to explain to us yesterday how that truth manifested in his own life as his own Atma Pramana, where when he was a to his own Ganesha deity, and when he expressed such extreme dedication and love and Shraddha, he got the live darshan of Ganesha, and Ganesha ate the food that he offered and blessed him with the space of Nityatva, the space of Kailasa simply opened in him through that first profound incident in his life when he was around 3 years of age. So this is the Atma Pramana, his own experience in the life story of our beloved Swamiji, the current incarnation of Paramashiva in Sanatana Hindu Dharma. So we have seen the Shastra Pramana, the Apta Pramana, and the Atma Pramana for the same truth. And yesterday, when Swamiji gave the blessing to the entire gathering that was watching the Nithyananda Satsang, he blessed the gathering, saying that the same experience will manifest in our life too, when we offer food to Ganesha with all our dedication and Shraddha, and definitely Ganesha will appear and he will consume the food and bless each one with the space of Nityatva. And true to his words, Hundreds and thousands of Sakshi Pramanas have happened yesterday. Hundreds and thousands of Ganeshas have eaten any food offered by the devotees and drunk liters and liters of milk yesterday. And almost all of them have video recorded what has happened and sent it as so that this profound truth, right up to the level of the Sakshi Pramana, can be explained with video proof. This profound truth, we are going to see how it manifested in so many people's lives yesterday, where it was a leap for each one of them to the statement, Hinduism is real. When you experience something so profound in front of your own eyes, the statement Hinduism is real becomes so real, and you go closer and closer to your own enlightenment and yesterday every one of them received the blessing of Ganesha as told by Swamiji. We will now watch how this truth manifested as so many Sakshi Pramanas in so many people's lives.
The feeling connection. Let me describe, give you some example from my own life about feeling connection. When I was 3, when I had the 3rd birthday, my father gifted me a small Ganesha, a deity. Those days as a child, I literally felt and strongly believed, had feeling connection. The deities are gods. Understand? It is not statue for me. It is God. So I used to strongly believe, even in the temple, the deities eat food and they are living gods. When I was given this small deity of Ganesha, Ganesha is the son of Shiva. If you are new to Hinduism, I will introduce. Shiva is the largest worshipped god in Hindu tradition. He is supposed to be the head of the pantheon of gods in Hindu tradition. Hindu tradition has something like a 33 crore gods. And I believe that was the population in those days. Each one can have your own personalized, customized god. That's the freedom Hinduism gave for everybody. And Mahadeva, Shiva is supposed to be the head, lord of all the gods, and Ganesha is the first son of Shiva. And I was given the deity of Ganesha, small deity. I started playing with it, living with it, just like Barbie doll. You give a Barbie doll to your kids, how they clothe it and bathe it and literally live with it. Morning when I wake up, I'll wake him up from my bed. When I brush my teeth, I'll brush him also. You can still see the deity with a lot of scratches in this area. It's all my brushing. I'll try to brush him with my toothbrush, and when I take bath, I'll give him bath. When I put clothes, I'll give him also clothes and the ashes and the sandal paste, everything. And when I eat, I'll try to make him eat. Of course, food won't go inside, but I'll put the food in the mouth until I eat. You are not eating properly. If you don't eat, you will not grow. Whatever my mother tells me, I used to tell him. And I literally lived with him. Then, of course, in those days, kids will go to school only at the age of 6, so no school. But I'll play with him. He's my playmate. Night when I go to sleep, I'll put him next to my bed. So usually I'll sleep with my mother. My mother will be this side. I'll put him this side and tell, you sleep with your mother, I'll sleep with my mother. And one day I went to the temple. The temple, every day you will see some elderly person will be coming and sitting and telling some story in the temple. There will be some discourse, some satsang, some pravachan. It's a regular lifestyle in this city. Every day somebody will be talking in the temple, giving some discourses, satsangs. One elderly person, he was telling us some story. He was telling a story about how Ganesha ate the food when a saint offered. Let me tell you the story, only then you will understand the whole background completely. There was a elderly man in a village. He used to do temple worship every day to Ganesha. One day he was sick. He did not go to the worship. He sent his son. The son went and offered the food to the Ganesha as usual, but Ganesha did not eat as usual. But this child thought Ganesha usually used to eat. So he forced Ganesha, you please eat, otherwise my father will scold me. Why are you not eating? But Ganesha did not eat. Then this child started hitting his head on the temple wall, saying that if you don't eat, I will commit suicide. Because my father will scold me, he will not allow me to live. You eat. And the child was trying to commit suicide. Ganesha appeared and stopped the child and ate the food. It's a story. A great saint story. And the child became a great saint. When I heard that story, I was shocked. Suddenly, I felt, then why is this, my Ganesha is not eating? I am being cheated. I ran to the house back. Father will scold me. Why are you not eating? But Ganesha did not eat. Then this child started hitting his head on the temple wall, saying that if you don't eat, I will commit suicide. Because my father will scold me, he will not allow me to live. You eat. And the child was trying to commit suicide. Ganesha appeared and stopped the child and ate the food. It's a story. A great saint story. And the child became a great saint. When I heard that story, I was shocked. Suddenly, I felt, then why is this, my Ganesha is not eating? I am being cheated. I ran to the house back. My family used to live just near the temple. I ran to the house back from the temple because I was listening to the story from the temple. Ran to the house back and cut hold of my Ganesha and told him, you have to eat. I tried all my storytelling, everything to Ganesha. He did not budge. He did not eat. Next day I was sitting and thinking, what to do? This guy is not eating. By now I developed the idea he is now, my Ganesha is adamant. So I was brought up in a large giant family where more than 20-25 kids have grown up together. It's almost like a small nursery. In the house, if somebody doesn't eat, my grandmother will threaten them. I'll throw you in the well. Center of the house used to be a huge well. The house I was born and brought up is almost like 80,000 square feet. I'll show you guys. From this street to that street. And this side to that side. Single house that size. And still there are bits remain in the same way, same old way. The house is almost 300 years old. Center of the house there used to be a well. The grandmother will shout, if you don't eat, I will throw you in the well. That is the idea clicked with me. I told Ganesha, if you don't eat, I will throw you in the well. Habits. So I started threatening my Ganesha, if you don't eat, I will put you in the well. So I took up that bucket in which they fetch the water and put the Ganesha and lowered him to the water level. From here I started shouting, hey, eat, otherwise I will put you in the well. Suddenly I remembered, maybe now he has changed his mind, but I have not put the food inside. So I took him out, put the food and put him, and lowered the bucket to the water level. In that level, I'll move the rope and tell, hey, now eat, otherwise they will drop you in the well. Of course, he was not budging. I also did not have the courage to drop him in the well because he's too much for me. He means really a lot for me. He's my friend, everything. My companion, for play and everything. Of course, he did not budge for that also, he did not eat. Then I had the thought, maybe the food he doesn't like my mother's cooking. So I went to the temple, asked the temple priest, whatever they are offering, the same food. They gave the same food. I brought to the house the same food and told him, now you eat. He did not budge. Suddenly, while I was arguing with my Ganesha, it clicked. That saint, when Ganesha did not eat, he tortured himself. But here, I am torturing Ganesha. How will Ganesha eat? That click. I can say that click was the turning point in my spiritual life. I decided, I will not eat till he eats. I will not torture him anymore. So I put the food, sat. 2.5 days. As a 3-year-old child, did not eat, sleep, just I'll sit. Even in those days, very stubborn. The will was so strong. Did not eat and sat without eating. It was a very strong experience. I could see very clearly Ganesha appearing, and I fell into a kind of a altered state of consciousness. I could see very clearly Ganesha ate. When I opened my eyes, the plate was empty. Because I know the feeling I had at that moment was so strong. The devotion I had, it is like a experience strengthening the belief. Faith was transformed as trust. That feeling connection gave me the tremendous courage and confidence to begin my spiritual journey. I tell you all, it is feeling connection which gives you the strength to begin your journey. Nothing else. Sit straight, meditate on the Nityatva, chant Mahavagya, invoke Ganapati. Meditate on Nityatva, chant Mahavagya, invoke Ganapati. Do all the three. Mari mari pannunga. Means one by one start doing, because your mind will move here, there, instead of moving to different things. Just let it be moving only within these three things. Meditate on the principle of Nityatva, whatever I described as Nityatva, and pray to Ganapati intensely to give you the experience of Nityatva, and chant Mahavakya. If you are in our temple or you have your own Ganapati, pick up the Ganapati. You can feed some solid food or milk or liquid, anything. You can feed him now. Next 21 minutes, start doing this, and I really assure you and guarantee you, he just now blessed me, blessed all of us. He will eat, drink, take the photo, video, and upload it. The social media, let's start. And he will give you the prasad of Nityatva inside you. That is the greatest blessing. Let's start.
Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva, Mata Jaki Parvati, Pita Mahadeva. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva, Mata Jaki Parvati, Pita Mahadeva. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva, Mata Jaki Parvati, Pita Mahadeva. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva, Mata Jaki Parvati, Pita Mahadeva. एक दंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी, एक दंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी, एक दंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी, एक दंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी। माथे पर तिलक सोहे मूसे की सवारी, माथे पर तिलक सोहे मूसे की सवारी, माथे पर तिलक सोहे मूसे की सवारी, माथे पर तिलक सोहे मूसे की सवारी। पान चढ़े, फूल चढ़े, और चढ़े मेवा, पान चढ़े, फूल चढ़े, और चढ़े मेवा। गढ़वन का भोग लगे, संत करे सेवा। जय गणेश, जय गणेश, जय गणेश देवा, माता जकी पार्वती, पिता महादेवा। जय गणेश, जय गणेश, जय गणेश देवा, माता जकी पार्वती, पिता महादेवा। अंधे को आंख देत कोढ़िन को पाया, अंधे को आंख देत कोढ़िन को पाया, अंधे को आंख देत कोढ़िन को पाया, अंधे को आंख देत कोढ़िन को पाया। कांझन को पुत्र देत निर्धन को माया, कांझन को पुत्र देत निर्धन को माया, कांझन को पुत्र देत निर्धन को माया, कांझन को पुत्र देत निर्धन को माया। सूर शाम शरण आए, सफल कीजे सेवा, सूर शाम शरण आए, सफल कीजे सेवा। जय गणेश, जय गणेश, जय गणेश देवा, जय गणेश, जय गणेश, जय गणेश देवा, माता जकी पार्वती, पिता महादेवा। जय गणेश, जय गणेश, जय गणेश देवा, माता जकी पार्वती, पिता महादेवा। जय गणेश, जय गणेश, जय गणेश देवा, माता जकी पार्वती, पिता महादेवा। परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं गणेशचरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं नित्यस्मरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं नित्यस्मरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं गणेशचरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं गणेशचरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं नित्यस्मरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं नित्यस्मरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं सद्गुरु शरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं सद्गुरु शरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं भवभयहरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं भवभयहरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं चरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं गणेशचरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं नित्यस्मरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं नित्यस्मरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं सद्गुरु शरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं सद्गुरु शरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं भवभयहरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं भवभयहरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं
with His presence and initiation. No more we need to read the Hindu Puranas, the Hindu histories, with a deep yearning that won't we also experience the same. Paramashiva is back, and we have started experiencing. The rishis have started reincarnating as you and me. We saw what happened yesterday through one initiation from our beloved Swamiji. Most of you have been journeying with Sri Deepak Vignesh over the past 2 days, where we've shared his interview excerpts. Deepak Vignesh is the grandson of Mata Vibhutananda Puri, the guru, one of the gurus of our beloved Bhagwan, in Tiruvannamalai, his birthplace, with whom he explored the great science of Vedanta, Tantra and Sri Vidya. Deepak Vignesh has seen Swamiji since he was 5 years old. He's junior to beloved Bhagwan, and since his own age of 5, he has seen him. And he's been recounting to us amazing experiences to do with the presence of Bhagwan in his life in Tiruvannamalai. Today, we are going to watch a short video clip further sharing from Deepak, where he explains to us how when he visited Bhagwan when he was staying in Achirapakkam in the outskirts of Chennai for a few months in the year 2000, when he returned from the Himalayas, filled with the avataric mission and ready to roll out the mission to humanity, the revival of Kailasa, the revival of the enlightened civilization on planet Earth. He kept visiting Bhagwan in Achirapakkam. When on one such visit, he was blessed through a very casual statement from Swamiji. Of course, nothing is casual in the words of Bhagwan, but to Deepak, it was a statement from him where he said, what is it? I can see there's a lot of confusion going on in your mind all the time. You're very busy in the mind. And Deepak said, yes, I'm not able to handle it, and there are many personal issues, and I'm undergoing some things. And immediately he received a blessing. All right, it will settle, and you will actually be able to even not only handle your mind, you'll be able to see what is happening in the other people's minds. The moment he was blessed with this power, Deepak Vignesh started experiencing tremendous clarity in his life and started realizing that he is manifesting the power where he is able to see what is going on in the minds of other people, and it is helping him in his life to resolve situations amicably and in the right direction. He shares with us how till the day he came for the interview with us, he cited his experience on the day we invited him for the interview, where he explains on that day he applied that power in his workplace and how beautifully it worked, and he actually steered a project to its success because of that. Let's hear from him quickly.
மேல்மருவத்தூர் எதிரில் ஒரு முருகன் கோவில் இருக்கும். வட அச்சிரப்பாக்கம் முருகன் சுவாமி கோவில் அங்க இருந்தாரு. ஆமா, அங்கேயும் போயிருக்கீங்களா? அப்ப நான் அங்க போகும்போது நான் அப்போ வந்து ரொம்ப பிரமாண்டமா அந்த ஒரு மனநிலை எனக்கும் வரல. ரிலேட்டடா அந்த அண்ணா சேகர் அண்ணா அப்படிங்கிற அந்த என்ன சொன்னி அப்படி மட்டும் எப்படி இதெல்லாம் எங்க ஆய சொல்லி கொடுத்தாங்க, அதுக்கு என்ன அப்படிதான்ப்பா அப்படின்னாரு. நம்ம அந்த ஸ்டேஜ்ல நமக்கு தெரியல, அதை நான் கேட்ட கேள்விக்கு அது அப்படிதான். அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் எனக்கு ஒரு சின்ன இது நடந்து எனக்கு இன்னைக்கு ஒன்றும் இருக்காது. என்னன்னா அப்ப வந்து சரி இது பேசணும், கொஞ்ச நேரம் பேசிட்டே இருந்தோம். பேசிட்டு இருந்தேன் என்ன அப்படின்னு மொபைல்ல பயங்கரமா சரி என்னால ஒரு கான்சன்ட்ரேட் பண்ண முடியாது. அந்த டைம்ல ஒரு மாதிரி ஓகே அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு அவரை கொஞ்ச நேரம் உட்காந்துட்டு 2 பேரும் அவரை அக்செப்ட் பார்த்துட்டு தலையில கை வச்சுட்டு ரொம்ப நேரமே வச்சுருந்தேன். கண்ணை மூடிட்டா இல்ல கண் கண்ணை பார்த்துட்டு தலையில கை வச்சுருக்கோம். இதுக்கு மேல வந்து எனக்கு அப்போ ஆப்போசிட்ல என்ன நினைக்கிறாங்களோ அவங்க மனசுல வரும். அதை நான் எப்ப ரிலேட் பண்ணேன்னா, நான் ஆக்சுவலி மைசூர் போயிட்டேன். நான் ஆக்சுவலி ஸ்டடீஸ்க்காக போயிட்டேன். அங்க வந்து கேஷுவலா ஏதாவது சொல்லுவேன் நான் எதிர்ல பசங்க கிட்ட, அப்புறம் என்னோட இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்டர்ஸ் கிட்ட, எல்லாருக்கும் வந்து அவங்க ஏதாவது இது பண்ணும்போது நீ அப்படிதான் நம்மள நீ இப்பதான் யோசிச்ச அப்ப அது வந்து இது வந்து நமக்கு ஒரு விஷயம் இருக்குன்னு எனக்கு தெரியாது. நான் அதை சொல்லுவேன். நான் கொஞ்ச நாள் ஆகுறாங்க அவங்க வந்து என் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ்ன்னு எல்லாரும் சரி, அந்த இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்டர்ஸ் எல்லாரும் சரி கூப்பிட்டு நான் என்ன சொன்ன சொல்லு நானே சொல்லு அப்படின்னு அவங்க கேட்டு நான் அதை சொல்ற அளவுக்கு எனக்கு அது வந்து டெவலப் ஆயிடுச்சு. நான் அப்பதான் நான் யோசிச்சுனானே இது வந்து இது நமக்கு நடந்திருக்கு. அதுக்கப்புறமேட்டு தான் நான் அவங்க இவர்கிட்ட கிளம்பி நான் ஈரோடு அப்பதான் திரும்பி ஈரோடு. இவர் மூலியமா தான் நமக்கு
உங்களுக்கு பணம் தெரியும் எங்க இருக்காங்க சாமி நமக்கு தெரியுது.
நான் அப்டேட் பண்ணிட்டேன். நிறைய போட்டோ அப்டேட் பண்ணிப்போம். நம்ம ஏதாவது சொல்லுவாங்கல்ல இப்ப வர்றது கூட வந்து அவரோட கனெக்டா கூட இருக்கலாம். ரொம்ப நாள் நான் ஆக்சுவலி நேற்று தான் நேற்று வந்து நான் ஒரு லேண்ட் வந்து சென்னையில ரெஜிஸ்ட்ரேஷன் பண்ணேன். பண்ணும்போது நான் அப்படியே வேண்டிட்டேன். எப்பயுமே நான் எங்க பாட்டிமா வேண்டிடுவேன். பாட்டிமா நினைச்சாலே ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா இவர் வந்துருவாரு. நான் நேற்று நினைச்சா ரிஸ்க் பண்ண இன்னைக்கு நீங்க கால் பண்ணுங்க. அது வந்து அவங்களோட சித்தம் தான். கண்டிப்பா மேஜிக்னு சொல்ல முடியாது. ஆனா அதுதான் இந்த மனசால நம்ம நினைக்கிற விஷயம் வந்து அவங்களுக்கு அறியாம அவர் பிளஸ் பண்றாரா என்னன்னு எனக்கு தெரியாது.
கண்டிப்பா கண்டிப்பா வருது.
ஒரு பெரிய சிரிப்பு ஒண்ணு ஒரு பெரிய சிரிப்பு. அதுக்கப்புறம் அது உள்ள இன்னும் பெருசாங்க. ஆனா அது ஆக்சுவலி வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா எனக்கு அன்னைக்கு அவரு அச்சரப்பாக்கத்துல எனக்கு பண்ணிட்டு இந்த ஈரோடு போற இந்த ஸ்டேஜ் வரைக்கும் எனக்கு ரொம்ப அது இருந்தது நிறைய. அது நான் சும்மா யதார்த்தமா சொல்லிடுவேன். அந்த மாதிரி எனக்கு இருந்தது. அது எனக்கு ஆஃப்டர் தட் இந்த மாதிரி நம்ம போயிட்டு வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறமேட்டு எனக்கு அந்த அளவுக்கு எனக்கு இல்லை. அதுக்கப்புறம் எனக்கு என்ன ஆச்சுன்னா இவங்க வந்து எப்படிப்பட்டவங்க அப்படின்னு நான் யோசிக்க ஆரம்பிச்சேன்னா எனக்கு அவங்களோட மனநிலை சொல்லுவாங்க அடுத்தவங்க அப்படிங்கிறது எனக்கு வரும். தற்செயலாம் இன்னைக்கு மார்னிங் கூட வந்து என் ஃப்ரெண்டு ஒருத்தவங்க அது நடந்தது சொல்லிட்டு நீங்க சொன்னீங்க. நீங்க ஒரு ப்ராஜெக்ட் ஒரு 40 lakhs பார்த்துருக்காரு. அதெல்லாம் போட்டு சைன் பண்ணி ஆல்மோஸ்ட் அந்த கஸ்டமர் வந்து போஸ்ட் பண்ற மாதிரி ஸ்டேஜ்ல வந்துச்சு. ஆனா வரல. திடீர்னு அந்த என்ன பண்ணாங்க அந்த மேனேஜர் வந்து ஒரே ஒரு 4 lakhs மட்டும் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ரிலீஸ் பண்ணேன். உள்ளவே வந்து நீங்க தானே சொன்னீங்க மேனேஜர் கிட்ட திடீர்னு இந்த மாதிரி ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணி இல்ல நான் எதுவும் நான் அவ்வளவு சொல்லல. நான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இனிஷியலா இமீடியட்டா வந்து பண்றது அவன் அந்த மாதிரி சொல்ற அந்த சொல்லியிருக்காரு. நான் வந்து பேடாலாம் நான் சொல்லல. நானு இந்த மாதிரி வந்து இமீடியட்டா 40 lakhs ப்ராஜெக்ட் அப்படின்னு 1 by 1 கொடுக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு நான் இண்டிபெண்ட் பண்ணேன். அவனுக்கான இது பொறாமைதான் அவ்வளவுதான். அதுக்காகதான் அவன் வந்து அந்த மாதிரி சொல்லியிருக்கான். அதான் நடந்தது. அது கேட்டோன்னே எனக்கு வேற எங்கேயுமே எண்ணம் போகவே இல்லை. எனக்கு இமீடியட்டா எனக்கு போனது வந்து அவன்கிட்ட நான் என்னோட போன் பண்ணி கேட்டேன். ஏன் ஓகே பிஓ போட போறாங்க அப்படின்ற ஒரு ஸ்டேஜ்ல வந்து 40 lakhs 4 lakhs மாதிரி இருக்கு. அப்புறம் ஃபேஸ் டு ஃபேஸ் நமக்கு பின்னாடி பார்த்த மாதிரி கேட்டா என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க
எப்படி நீங்க சொன்னார் அவரு என்ன சொன்னாரு அவருக்கு
So that power in his life till date and sees the benefit of it. It is time for humanity. The time has come for us to once again start living as an enlightened civilization with the grace of Paramashiva on the planet as the incarnation, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. It is now time to enter into meditation and prepare ourselves to receive the live darshan of our beloved Bhagavan and the powerful cognitions from the Nithyananda Satsang. Please sit straight. Close your eyes. Keep your head, neck and spine in a straight line. And start chanting the Mahavakya intensely. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Immerse yourself in the Mahavakya, preparing to receive the live darshan.